as it'll be the AFC champion Kansas City Chiefs taking on the NFC champions, the Philadelphia Eagles.
Brandon Gaudin with my good friend Charles Davis. And Charles, for these Kansas City Chiefs, they of course were Super Bowl champions 2 years ago. They won over the Niners in Miami. They fell to the Bucs in Tampa last year, but now they are back making their third consecutive trip to the big game.
They have truly cemented themselves as perennial front runners, and now when we think of Kansas City, we expect them to be in this game. They're trying to emulate the New England Patriots, who went to Super Bowls 51, 52, and 53 in recent years, and they came up with a win, loss, and then a win again in those 3 consecutive seasons.
Meanwhile, it took until Super Bowl 52 for the Eagles to lift the Lombardi Trophy for the first time. Their fall was a quick one, down to 4-11-1 a year ago, but an incredible turnaround in 2021 has them seeking a second Super Bowl title.
And it really wasn't that long ago, but this roster, entirely different. It doesn't take long to turn things over in the NFL. But we all remember that performance in the win over New England. Nick Foles threw for 373 yards. The Philly special, it'll go down as one of the most iconic play calls in Super Bowl history. But they're back now, and they're looking to make it 2 wins in 5 years. Sing it with me, Brandon. Fly, Eagles, fly.
Hurts.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, if those at home were wondering if we were going to see some offense in this Super Bowl, I think your answer was right there. Incomplete, but they take a big shot early.
Like the script, if they get the big play early, so much the better. But if nothing else, they send a message. They're going to be aggressive.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play there for Philly. Airing this one out for Fitzgerald.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game. Mahomes now on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. That's Hill. A gain of 6 there on 1st. We're scoreless after 1. To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes forced out to his left. And Mahomes picking up the first as he slides and hits the deck. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Dante Hightower.
And the Eagles are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
2nd down, back to Sanders.
And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, What do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to, and he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handled winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all those things, and then trust your gut, make your best decision, and put it all out there and give your team their best chance to win.
On the draw, here's Sanders. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. So these two teams will head to the locker room as So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And Charles, a scoreless first half. How does that change how you assess things here moving forward?
Well, it doesn't change it a whole lot because, remember, it's still scoreless, which means you're starting from 0 again, so you just have one half to play instead of 2. What I would look at my play sheet, though, and see is something that maybe loosens things up for my guys, gets a smile on their face. And
pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
If there's any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the third quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime. They're fortunate to retain possession.
A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return.
And out will come the offense as they take over. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They go play action with Hurts. He's going to look deep here for Ward. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Greg Ward with a first touchdown of this Super Bowl, and a long one at that, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
And he is into the end zone. The conversion attempt is good, and that'll give them an 8-point lead here in the 4th. They get the conversion, and Charles, when you only have 2 yards to go, what do you think of the toss play? Because initially it kind of set you back a little bit.
It does, especially if you get a lot of pressure coming towards you. But if you can get to the edge, if you seal the edge with your blocking, often your tackle or your tight end on what they call the play side where the ball goes, you can get to the corner, and that allows those big guys to get out ahead of the runner.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And we've seen drive after drive come up empty for them, and they've yet to dent the scoreboard, yet still right in the middle of a one-score game.
So this is where you absolutely have to forget everything that's happened in your previous drives. They don't matter right now. You just mentioned it. One-score game. This drive here can erase all of what happened previously.
Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. The Chiefs will try and get to the line quickly. Mahomes. And incomplete on the deep ball. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Darius Slay with a pick.
And the Eagles have just about sewn up this football game. Well, this game has not been short on intrigue, but that's the backbreaker right there, and it's going to put any hope of victory to bed.
Yeah, they knew they needed the touchdown, and when you have that little time remaining, they know they've got no choice except to go for broke, and that they did. But the interception, that means defeat.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
Looking here for Smith downfield. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play there for Philly.
Prime example there of how his height can be an advantage. It makes it tough on some of these smaller defensive backs.
When they try and go through that type of a receiver to get the football, oftentimes that big body, that frame will block them away. And whether the receiver has to elevate or extend, now he has a clear path to the football with the defender usually on his back.
So that'll back him up 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Sanders toss left side. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll go again with Sanders. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go as a loss of a full 8 yards. And it sets them back for 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Bulldozes past him. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
3rd and goal, a big play in this Super Bowl.
They'll try to run with Sanders. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. Here we go, a big play and a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Now that Eagle offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2.
Hurts will throw.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Mahomes to throw it.
And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. One final try for Mahomes. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 30.
And the Eagles come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.
And the Lombardi Trophy will rest in the city of brotherly love. The Philadelphia Eagles are the Super Bowl champs. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. And what a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.